Hans, Booby, what are we talking about here? We'll let you know right now. Welcome back, everybody. FYC Film Review. I'm your host, Gagne. For a very special episode, I brought my friend who's always here, the Null Dog.
I'm always here, buddy. What's up, man? How's it
Always
going?
here for me.
Always there
Going
for you.
well.
I'll be here for you.
Careful, your hair looks like it's on fire.
Ooh, that's a good thing,
The
right?
man on fire.
Your hair is fire. What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm ecstatic to talk about this movie finally. I feel like it's just the debate is always raging on whether this is a Christmas movie or not, and we're here for it.
Absolutely. Christmas came in 1988 with this action-packed movie, Die Hard, rated R, classic macho action movie from 1988. Let's get into it. Director, who was it?
John McTiernan.
Yes. And
good action director, really good action director.
and he also directed another one we've done, correct?
Has he?
Predator? Did he do Predator?
Oh my god, that's right, he did do Predator. Good
fun fact.
There's fun fact. I completely forgot. Wow, we're just incestuous with our choices lately. Shane Black, who was in Predator, and okay, I like it. John McTiernan, good action director, not an action star. Bruce Willis was not that. This was his first giant movie. It wasn't his first movie, but it was his first leading role, big budget, extravaganza. And I don't think anyone believed that this was going to work when they first got him, because he wasn't Schwarzenegger, he wasn't Stallone, he wasn't Van Damme. I mean, who else was hot shit in the 80s?
Well, because he was he came from that TV star. Was it Moonlighting? Yeah. So, and he was known for having a comedic style, right? That's what it was. So like you said, they didn't know how this was going to work out, but I think a lot of big action guys turned this movie down.
Yeah, it's I mean, not only did they get Bruce Willis, but they got an unknown British stage actor, who we all know and love now. Rest in peace, Mr. Alan Rickman.
Oh, Alan Rickman, you're so good, such a legend. Love his voice, man. Alec Rickman, yes,
yeah, love him. Great bad guy. So let's dive into this morsel.
Yeah,
133 minutes. Little long.
I'll give it that to you. Sure, a little long.
The more I watch it, because it's one of those you do tend to watch, whether it's on TV and you want to catch a couple of scenes, or you just every Christmas you want to watch again. I think that maybe not every Christmas, but you dive in and you go, okay, there's some stuff I probably would have done without.
But I like how it builds up. I really like how it builds up to the last scene. I really like Bruce Willis in this movie, because he doesn't come off as this, superhero action type of guy. He's a New York cop. And to me, it almost seems a bit believable in a sense, where you got this guy who's trying to do everything he can and he's messing up and he's getting hurt. So it just seems kind of believable to me. So I think Bruce Willis was a perfect choice for this movie. And I don't think anybody else could have played it better than him.
No, you could never, ever go back in time and put somebody else there and think that this would work the same.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have worked for a movie, but it wouldn't have spawned sequels. It wouldn't have, it just wouldn't have been the same. And I think that comedic timing and that everyman kind of vibe he gives is what makes it so, oh my God, you want to go on adventures with this guy, because he's just a smart ass. And he's not very good at, like, he's a hero, but he's not a hero. Like, he's he's not imposing, and he feels like he's always the underdog, and you're constantly rooting for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's funny in these type of 80s action movies, I don't know if you noticed, but all the henchmen have to have long hair. A lot of them have long blonde hair. English is in their first language. And they just have this kind of they just look all the same with the long hair.
Yeah. That Eastern European terrorist look. Yeah.
Reginald VelJohnson, aka Carl Winslow from Family Matters.
Yes.
Such a good guy.
Yeah.
And he's always played a cop.
I know. But such an instrumental part of the movie, because, you know, you pretty much have Bruce Willis alone the entire time.
Yeah.
And so for the first part, it's like he's talking to himself and he's like, you know, come to LA, we'll have a couple drinks, have a good time. You know, like that only goes so far for some of the movie. Then you need some interaction. If he's hiding from terrorists in a building, then
sure,
you know, you bring in Reginald Angel,
which is funny how he came about the movie when he dropped the body over the building and he lands on Reginald. I don't remember his name in the movie.
Yeah.
But it lands on his car and he's driving backwards and he basically goes off an embankment or falls backwards.
Yeah.
I think he died or something, but he's okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just drives the car in reverse to escape out of it. Yeah, and just crashes it. And I like him in this movie a lot. I think he's a good actor. I mean, I'm glad he did well on Family Matters, but I feel like I just never saw him in anything other than this and that.
Yeah. I think it was in Perfect Strangers too, as a cop.
Okay.
It was in Chicago. I could be wrong. Maybe
Seems
I'm right.
about right. God, they're typecasting.
Yeah. What do you think about Ellis? Ellis, the douchebag that works in the tower.
He only works for the one plot device, and that's, you know, exposing who John really is. But other than that, he's just it's too much. It's too much. So over the top. He's annoying. I was very happy when he met his demise.
Yeah, he's very cocky. Very I don't like him.
I'm gonna throw out our fun fact, because, you know, we love to talk about who made these movies and put these together. John McTiernan, while a great action director, was aided by the cinematographer here, who was Mr. Jean de Bont, who directed Speed. Excellent knowledge. The fun fact to this is that during this shooting of this movie, he was trapped in the elevator shaft, which inspired him to shoot the elevator shaft scene in the opening of Speed. So,
wow, look at you coming with knowledge. That's good knowledge, man.
I gotta give Jean a pass now. You know, if I got caught in an elevator shaft, I'd probably do, you know, a long opening credits scroll like he did on the Speed. So
we're always gonna get on this case for that. That's called Jean de Bont. Okay. Yeah. All right, very cool. Let's see. The first kill in this movie was pretty memorable. It was pretty intense too. That scene with one of the brothers, or whatever his name was, and I think he breaks his neck while he's falling down the stairs, right? And he sends him down the elevator shaft, tied up, saying, "Ho ho ho! I have a machine gun," or something like that. That was pretty memorable. It leads to.
I mean, there's so much in this movie that I feel like people remember and call back to. It's you know, the memorable line of, you know, him delivering when Hans calls John, you know, a cowboy. All you Americans, all want to be cowboys, and he just exits out saying "Yippie-Ki-Yay, motherfucker."
Yippie-Ki-Yay, motherfucker.
I mean, how to deliver a line like that becomes probably, you know, one of the most iconic lines in movies. I mean, this movie has it. It has it in so many ways, and it delivers on so many fronts. You know, the barefoot scene. I mean, doesn't that make you cringe still?
Absolutely. And just, I think the fact that he's barefoot just makes you, I don't know, somehow it makes you connect with him even more. I can't explain it, but the fact that he's barefoot, and in that scene where they shoot up the glass, and he has to walk through this glass. I don't think they show him walking through the glass or running through they do. Okay. Maybe I missed it.
He's wearing rubber feet. So
okay, whatever. And so when he's in the bathroom and he's picking off all the glass from his feet, you just you feel for him at the moment, and it's good stuff. And it just makes it more memorable. It makes it more memorable because he gets hurt. He's human. You know, he's not this superhero guy. He's an everyman type of guy. So I like that. He plays it so well.
Yeah. The walking in glass and being barefoot scene actually is pretty funny, because I never remembered the opening scene where he's on the plane with the guy talking about when you get there, rub your, clench your toes,
make a fist with your toes,
on the carpet to like ground yourself. And he does it. And he's like, "Oh my God, you son of a bitch. You're right." And then he's barefoot for the rest of the movie. And it's like, he does this one thing that screws him over, actually. So I found that interesting because I've just never picked up on that. You get so into the movie that you forget some of that stuff from the beginning. I'm gonna bring up another gripe.
Okay.
The William Atherton, who's a great character actor, who plays the reporter in this movie. He was in Real Genius. He was in he plays the douchebag Ghostbusters. I don't understand the need to like, fine if he's on the scene, fine if he's reporting before, when they first introduce him, almost like he's going to play a bigger part. He gets this, like, he has this interaction with his editor at the news station. He's arguing with the news anchor. And I just didn't understand why I needed to know anything about this asshole other than he's a reporter and he shows up on the scene later. Like, I still have an issue with that. Like, I don't care. That scene is not necessary. He's not important. This movie is all about John McClane, about Hans Gruber, about John's wife, and our buddy, not Roy. He calls John Roy, but what's the cop's name? I can't think of the cop's name.
I don't
know. Call him Carl.
Carl Winslow. Yeah. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. He didn't really serve a whole lot of purpose. He did go to John McClane's wife, Holly's house, and pretty much said, I'm going to call immigration on the housekeeper and all this stuff, and basically blackmailed her to get in. And at the end, you know, you get the shot of Holly punching him. So he was just a douchey guy that, you're right, probably could have done without so much of his background or anything like that.
Yeah, or the scene really that going to the house. I just don't find it necessary to the movie. Like, what does it add to the movie? It's not exposing anything. Like, at that point, Ellis had already told him, you know, what was going on with McClane. It just, I don't know. That part still just stands out to me and bugs me for some reason. Like, they needed to give somebody a bigger part again for something that just doesn't really add to the story.
Yeah, I'll give you that. There's already a lot of characters here that you just want to hate. And so I figure another one probably just wasn't needed. I mean, we're talking about the FBI agents too here, right? Those are some of the most stupidest
Johnson
FBI
and Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson and Johnson.
No relation.
Yeah, and so one of the guys was the Fratelli brothers from the Goonies, the taller guy. Yeah. So yeah, this movie gave you a lot of characters to hate. So to your point, the reporter probably just wasn't needed. You know, there was already enough characters that you just wanted to punch in the face. That's okay. Yeah.
And you have bad guys. Like, that's the thing, is like, you already have that too. Like, you just need more.
And a shout out to Alan Rickman, Hans. He's such a good bad guy that he's a very smart bad guy, very intelligent, I thought. And he's got one of the most phenomenal voices ever on screen. So just rip Severus Snape.
Yes.
such a good actor, and I really liked him as Hans. So good stuff.
Yeah, my only regret is they never brought, well, I guess they couldn't bring him back. They bring him back in some, you know, I wanted to know more about him. Like, I liked the Hans Gruber character. Like, it's rare in these action films that you get the bad guy that you're like, damn, he's kind of cool because he is smart. He's not just a, you know, evil lord taking over the world, you know, maniac. He's got a plan. He's calm and collected about it. He outwits John at one point and pretends to be one of the hostages. So
yeah, that was a crazy scene because you didn't think that most of the time in movies, they don't meet till the end like that, right? Yeah. So he outsmarts him, like he pretends he's one of the hostages. So that was a really good scene. That was really smart.
Yeah, I liked that a lot about the movie, because you're just like, oh shit, John's gonna catch him, and then he pulls it over the wool over his eyes. So it's not always just John getting his way and winning the day throughout the entire thing. Gets his ass kicked a lot in this movie, and I think again grounds it, you know, makes it real. It's he is hurt, he is suffering. He's not just like two machine guns taking everybody out with not a scratch on him. You know, that didn't happen. You know, it felt like all the action heroes just got away with everything. Bullets bounced off them, and they never were hurt really.
The ending. So when they're on top of the roof, I totally forgot that they were going to blow up they had all the C4 on top. On top of the roof, and he was trying to usher all the hostages to the roof because he would want it to kill them. Right. That's the only reason. Right there.
Okay.
I would assume so. But then in the end, the FBI agents die because their helicopter blows up.
Yeah, I think they get shot at and it ends up crashing into the building.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So their whole plan was for the hostages to go up on the roof. They
Mhm.
were going to get blown up, and then we're going to exit through the garage in that van with
Mhm.
that one guy. And shout out to Argyle. We never talked about Argyle,
Oh yeah.
the limo driver.
Yes.
He was a fun character, and he kind of
Really
saved.
fun.
Yeah, he saved the day, sort of,
Yeah.
where he ran into the van with the other guy, the computer IT guy. But you never really heard what happened to him afterwards. He just assumed that he got caught. So.
Sure. Yeah. He knocked him out with a punch and then, yeah, cut away and never, but you get Argyle gets his moment, which I love.
Argyle. Shout out to
The
Argyle.
the scene where, the machine guns are going off and John's like, God, Argyle, I hope you heard this. And you're calling the police and he's on the phone talking to some girl and he's got the bear next to him. The music's blasting. It's good. It's smart. It's a subtle side character that, just breaks up the tension in between.
Absolutely.
Fun fact, Nakatomi Plaza was actually 20th Century Fox's headquarters.
And still is?
I don't know if it still is, but at the time when it was being built, it actually was under construction and they rented it out to themselves to shoot the movie.
Wow.
No, that's
probably saved a lot of money for that too then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a write-off, right? Like you're paying yourself to
film on location.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. I think we're ready to rate it. You want to rate it?
Let's rate it.
Let's rate it.
Is there any other way to rate this than
Yippie-Ki-Yays?
I don't think there is.
1 to 5. 1 Yippie-Ki-Yay being really bad. 5 Yippie-Ki-Yays being this wonderful, wonderful classic 80s action movie. So I'm going to go first on this one, if you don't mind.
Yes.
All right. So I hadn't seen this movie in about, I want to say 10 years. Ooh. All the way through again. I did like catching the beginning about how you're supposed to put your feet on the ground. And I totally forgot about that part, like you said, but this movie still holds up, man. This movie is great. This movie is an action packed. Even my wife liked it. She fell asleep a little bit, but then she woke up like, I need to watch it. She liked it a lot. So, I mean, it's a really good movie and I like the build up. I really like how it builds up. And John McClane is your everyday type of guy out there trying to do what's good, and he gets hurt and it works, man. I really think it works. And originally I was going to give this a 3.5, but I'm going to go with the 4 Yippie-Ki-Yays. It's a good action movie that deserves to be watched by everybody. It is really good. So 4 Yippie-Ki-Yays for me.
Love it. This is tough. I almost want to be there, but I'm not quite there. I feel like the more I'm watching it, I'm finding some faults in it, and I wish it was a little bit tighter shot. I just wish there was a little bit less. I do like the build up. However, I think could have been a little shorter. That's my biggest gripe about it. Okay. And some of the characters I just don't care for and don't understand why they're in the movie. For that, I'm giving it 3.5 Yippie-Ki-Yays. Okay. I still very much enjoy the movie. It's still always going to be a classic, but not a popular opinion. Not my favorite Die Hard movie.
Okay, that's fair enough. So, 3's really good.
Die Hard with a Vengeance is absolutely my favorite. Yeah, and
3's really good.
They double down on the bad guy with Jeremy Irons. You get Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
It's in New York City. He's a New York cop. It just, for me, it's, it takes that and improves on it. And
sure,
John comes back to direct 3. So that's the other John McTiernan one we're forgetting. He actually did do the third one. He didn't do the second one, but he did do the third one.
All right. No, 3's a good one. 3's a really good one. I have to go watch.
Love it. But this is still great. So let's answer the debate really quick. Is this a Christmas movie?
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? My opinion is yes. It's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie in a sense, just like Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
Yes. The setting is Christmas. There are Christmas references. There's Christmas music. It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
100%.
Yeah. It won't give you the holiday spirit. It won't do that.
No.
But it didn't give me the holiday spirit. Great movie. No, but it is a Christmas movie, just like Batman Returns. So if you want an off-the-wall action Christmas movie, I recommend Die Hard, and just watch it. It's a good movie. You won't be disappointed.
There's no better summer blockbuster hiding as a Christmas movie than Die Hard. So
yeah,
if you haven't seen it, just go watch it right now. And let us know. And then you can subscribe to the page, and then you can find out all the ratings and all the movies that we've been covering, and we'll give you more and more and more, because that's what we're here for. So
are we here for that?
We're here for it. We're here to give you more.
Okay.
More
Sweet.
movies.
You guys can have more. Okay, it's our Christmas present to all you guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Till next time, I've been your host, Gagne. With me, as always, my partner in crime, the Nod Dog.
See you guys later. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, and go watch Die Hard.